The man in this photo, his name is Sami Dora. And Sami was born in 1920 in Beirut in Lebanon to a family of Jews that had lived in Lebanon and Syria for generations. But Sami and his parents and his siblings, they all had Iranian citizenship and Iranian passports, and that turned out to be a very lucky thing. You see him here. He is in a labor camp in Morocco during the Second World War in French-controlled Morocco. And the story of how he got there is that Sami was living with his parents in Paris when the Nazis invaded France. And Sami had been involved in leftist politics. So he fled Paris and he tried to leave France ahead of the Nazi advance. And he ended up being able to stow away on a ship to Algeria. And in Algeria, he tried to go to university, but the Vichy French regime started to implement anti-Jewish legislation, and one of his professors was kicked out of the university. So Sami thought it was better to go to Morocco. So he went to Morocco, and he was arrested by the police in Morocco because Sami didn't have the appropriate papers to be living in Morocco. So like many people who were foreigners or undesirables because of their political views, Sami was sent to a labor camp in the desert, and this labor camp is a little bit outside of Casablanca, where he remained for a couple of years until he was able to escape. He went to hospital, and then he was able to escape, and he remained in hiding in Casablanca until the Americans came and liberated the city. Sami's parents were saved by an Iranian diplomat, Abdulhussein Sardari, who was based in Paris and who saved a number of Iranian Jews by issuing them passports that said that they were not Jews, but they were Aryan, Persians who might have been practicing the Jewish faith, but they were not racially considered to be Jews. And this saved Sami's parents. And then ultimately, after the French took control of Morocco again, they wanted to send Sami back to this labor camp, because even after the Allies had come and taken over North Africa, the French colonial regime wanted to restart these labor camps. And it turns out the Iranian council in Casablanca helped Sami evade the fate of going back to the labor camp, and Sami ended up working for the Americans until the end of the war. To me, the photo is a good reminder of the reach of Nazi racial policy, well beyond Europe and through the Vichy authorities into North Africa, and how Jews in far-flung places could nevertheless be, end up in danger and be swept up into the genocide against the Jews that's the Holocaust.